Hey, welcome to OMNI REWATCH, the only Ben 10 podcast on the internet. I'm Ramen, that is Professor Bird.
What's going on?
Yes, we are reviewing the episode. What is it called, Berg?
The episode is called here, The Midnight Madness.
Yes.
So,
tell us what this episode is all about before we talk about it.
okay, so while visiting the Mega Mallopolis, which is just basically, it's just the Mall of America. For some reason, I can't use it for legal reasons. I don't freaking know why. In Bloomington, Minnesota, Ben and Gwen watch a hypnotist named Subliminal perform. Gwen volunteers Ben as a test subject, and Subliminal successfully hypnotizes him. When asked to act like an alien, Ben naturally turns to the Omnitrix and almost changes in front of the audience. Even though he is stopped by Gwen, the trouble doesn't end there. Subliminal then is able to use those who hypnotizes to commit crimes in their dream state, and Ben proves to be the perfect accomplice.
Okay.
Yes.
First off, I feel like me and you, Berg, are gonna make the same point. Ben 10 is hella terrifying if he went fucking evil.
Oh, dude, let's just say this. The aliens used in this episode show that, honestly, we would be fucked if someone else had the Omnitrix or these species actually invade us. Like, for example, I've been saying this for the longest time since the show's beginning. If Upgrade was actually an alien species that invaded us, we would all be fucked, because this thing, the way it actually utilizes the technology and uses it against the security guards, the police, and all that kind of stuff, that is terrifying.
Yeah.
And we also... Oh, sorry, you go next?
Oh, you sorry.
And then we see Heat Blast, and he's like melting things, destroying things. He blows up an entire store with propane, which is the greatest sin of all. What, Poppy? They blew up the propane now.
Well, honey, I can't get the propane and the propane accessories.
They destroy. Like, dang it, Heat Blast! You destroy the propane. But in all seriousness, though, this just proves that Ben is really, again, when he's actually acting serious, it just shows that this kid can legit be a fucking threat.
Like, yeah, I think this was an example. Like, he was mind controlled, and he just went fucking, like, full on villain. Like, he started as Diamond Head, he stole some from the fucking mall. As Upgrade, it was kind of like a King Kong situation where he was on the building, and then you don't know what he's gonna do. Like, he absorbed the helicopter, upgraded it, and I don't know if he killed those two people in the helicopter, because it's never... the two people in it just don't jump out. They're just... I'm assuming Ben killed them, but cartoon logic, we don't know. He fucking... as Heat Blast fucking went full on... exploding shit around the fucking mall. Like, no, he's fucking terrifying, bro. And
oh, definitely.
Yeah. So and here's the thing, you're right about Upgrade. He will make a great villain, but that's why Malware is also the same species as Upgrade in Omniverse, and he's like an evil version of that species. So yeah, no, they're fucking that species is very terrifying. The Upgrade species. I'm sorry, I don't know. I forget the species name, but
if Kai was here, she would have told us. It's like, this species is blah 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 blah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's a guy. Let's talk about how the episode opens, because I think there's an episode from season 1 where, like, Ghost Freak is looking at these old people in the window. He's like, ninja old people.
And they actually act like ninja in this fucking episode.
And this episode opens with ninja old people.
Like, they are legit fucking... They're just, like, fucking doing, like, all these martial arts, all this karate shit, and they're just kicking Ben's ass as wild mutts.
I'm like, damn, bro. Those old people, I don't want to fucking mess with them, bro.
No, they're not to be played with, dude.
Yeah, they're not. The villain of this episode is Subliminal. I still think that name is. I don't know. I would for a mind control villain. I can't think of a. Can you think of a better name for a villain that can mind control people?
Eluso. No, I think that might be. Let's see here. So I think it's supposed to be like subliminal messaging. Mind changer. I don't freaking know. Oh no, mind taker. I think that might be Mindcaster. I don't know, dude. But I don't know, bit. Either way, it's like basically though, his name be Subliminal.
Subliminal. He was voiced by
Richard Horvitz.
He's actually voiced by Richard Horvitz, and you can tell. Great fucking job. Like Subliminal is just he's not like the other villains in this show. He's just a normal. I guess he's a normal human that just happens to have a mind control pocket watch, which in itself is pretty clever. If he was a recurring villain, which he's not, he's just a one-off. I can see him being very useful in Vilgax's army, but he's just a one-off villain. There's no explanation about his pocket watch at all. Like, why can he do this? He's just there, does the thing, mind controls people, and that's just how it is.
Damn, he was like, damn. All these villains are like, damn, Subliminal, and that's about it. We don't see you ever again, bro.
I like how Ben is like, when he's first mind control, he's like, I won't fall for that. Only people who are stupid fall for that. Meanwhile, he fell for it. And then the second round of him watching the guy, the moment the same Subliminal comes in with the giant pocket watch swinging, he's like, I won't fall for that. I'm like, bro, you were just mind controlled to steal shit. Why are you saying it like it's not a real thing? You were just mind controlled, bro. It's possible.
No, for real, dude. Like, that was just... I'm like, man, damn, Ben, you really be fucking over like that.
I'm like, bro, you can be mind control, Ben. You were just mind control. Do not underestimate the short guy with the fucking pocket watch, bro. And he's a really short guy, dude.
No, for real.
And
he's like really short.
Really, really short. But, he's just a normal human. He's not... Did you find it threatening at all? Like, really?
Not really. Not really. I just think I think when he makes up in size, he makes up in his brain power by just hypnotizing people.
Yeah. It definitely takes a lot of brain power to hypnotize people. My favorite joke from this episode is definitely like the mall guy, the mall manager, who's like repeating the same thing over and over again. And you don't realize... He got mind controlled until like the very end, the climax. You're like, okay, so maybe Grandpa Max could convince him to shut down the mall. And no, he says the same thing over and over again that he's been saying the very first time we fucking see him. I'm like, holy crap.
No, bro, that's what he said. It's like this was only an isolated incident. The mall is still open. Where our number one concern is customer safety. And I'm like, and he says it like over and over again. Like, actually, I knew the second time he said that, I was like, yeah, no, this guy is definitely, he's under my control.
Yeah, you can't say it's an isolated incident the second time. You were right. You were right that he was mind controlled. I was like, no, he's just dumb. He's a dumbass mall manager. He can't be mind controlled. I'm like, oh, he has to be mind controlled. That's the only way any of these crimes are being like, hell, like that's the only way any of this shit can go on, bro. Some mall managers will fucking some malls will do that. They have terrible fucking people managing them at times, bro. So I'm like, yeah, it's typical fucking corporate mall America guys. They want business. They don't give a shit about the crime inside the mall.
It's like, damn, we just want the money.
We just want the money. Fuck COVID.
Oh god.
Let's keep the malls open. Fuck COVID. Oh man. But honestly, I Honestly, good episode. What was your favorite moment from this episode, Berg?
Honestly, there's a lot of my favorite moments in this episode. I guess you can say one is just seeing Ben's various aliens show how fucking badass they are. The others is when okay, this one made me laugh. It's Ben turns into Wildvine and he is just going around and everyone's trying to run him over. Then we see Gwen just driving this car like she's under mind control. I still find it funny, like just Gwen driving this car, just trying to run over.
How does Gwen know how to drive? Ben's questioning it. I'm like, if she knows how to drive under mind control, can that be? Can she technically drive the rust bucket? Oh man, that's just so funny, bro. We've seen Gwen been able to do stuff under like mind controlled or possession, and like it's just really funny. So she could do karate and fucking drive vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's such a funny moment, bro.
It really is.
So there's a moment where, and I think you pointed it out. You even told me to pause the episode. I'm like, bro, guys, they're just handcuffs. You want to explain it?
Dude, this is probably your head sexuality coming. So handcuff, maybe because I've seen because last week I just went to a fucking rant on Kid Gwen, the various unsavory things. First of all, handcuffs being in the survivalist store. There is how the survival. Second, maybe it's just my tainted mind thinking. So when Gwen buys handcuffs, I'm thinking to myself, where the fuck did she buy those things? It's just like, oh, survival stores. I'm like, there's no fucking way.
I don't think malls have survival. I don't think malls. I mean, they do, but they don't have. I don't think they sell handcuffs. Like, it's not that kind of. It's a survivalist store. What?
I'm looking them up. Okay, so survival gear. So tactical handcuffs. So they do actually. There are tactical stores there that do sell something called tactical handcuffs. So there is there's an army surplus store that also has handcuffs. Okay, so it's not uncommon. So this is a thing. So the writers did know what they were talking about.
Okay, fine.
There was no ill intent.
But there's a hot topic right there. When you think of mall and handcuffs, I think a hot topic. So it's kind of a thing. We all know the back of the hot topic and like these Spencer gifts. Okay, that's just the thing.
Yeah, so forgive me if my mind went somewhere dark due to the fact the internet has tainted me for so fucking long.
Because how we do this is that we watch the episode before we record. So we're watching it, and he's like, pause. I'm like, what? I'm like, they didn't get the handcuffs from Survivalist store, Ramen. I'm like, oh, you're probably right.
No, I was wrong on this one. It's just, again, especially after last week, I just went on a fuck. The last time I went, like I said, I went on the whole tirade. Just after seeing like Future Gwen, I'm like, why the fuck do people keep sexualizing this 10-year-old girl? And I'm like, and I see this, I'm like, shit, they're not doing any favors for this one.
Oh man,
God, so, dude.
Ben is midway through. Ben is putting these handcuffs, and then. Subliminal, I'm sorry I'm saying like that. Subliminal mind controls the entire mall. Ben, you would think Ben is going to get mind control again, but honestly, very tactical of him to be like, don't look at the watch, run. Gwen and Grandpa Max, unfortunately, they get mind controlled. Ben finds a way of good thing to break out of the handcuffs and fucking go Wildvine. We see Wildvine come back, which is a goated alien. That's another one of my favorites.
Damn real goated.
But technically, if anything, Ben got the last fucking kill. Ben, before the watch timed out, Ben had the Subliminal in his hands, and he was tangling. He had him over the ledge like fucking Batman looking for criminals with drugs. And unfortunately,
where is he?
Where? How are you controlling these people? Where are they going? And the watch timed out at the worst fucking time, bro.
It really did, because it was about like bro was dropped. They went on the clock tower, and like Subliminal was trying to, but Ben just takes the the hypnotizing watch, not the Omnitrix, and he releases everybody from the trance. And the thing is, Subliminal fucking falls down. You think he's gonna die, but no, he just falls from a conveniently placed fucking bounce house.
To be
and
fair,
I think that's funny.
If he
for
fell,
what?
if he Berg, to be fair, if he fell, will we ever even see him again?
I don't think we even see him, dude. You mentioned before we don't even see him later.
No, Subliminal is not in any. No, he doesn't come back. There's. It's a one-off, but like if he fell, they definitely were. You definitely know the animators or writers were like, "Can we just like kill him off? He's never coming back." And then Cartoon Network was like, "No, we can't fucking do that. This is a fucking kid show."
Like that would have definitely been gruesome if that was the case.
Oh no, Richard Horvitz, no!
But seriously, but all seriousness though, this episode was actually good. Like I didn't know what to expect from this episode, and Ramen was expecting to hate it.
Yeah, no, it's because I forget a lot of episodes of Ben 10. I say it's a very self-contained episode because like everything happens in one location, the mall. That's where the major plot point is. It's just this area around the mall and maybe a few landmarks here or there. But honestly, very self-contained episode with one villain. But like to me, I think it's a good episode. Although I expected the villain to put up more of a fight. That's why I'm like. I'm kind of indifferent when it comes to mind control episodes because if the villain themselves can't fight and uses other people, I'm like, I kind of want the villain. I kind of wanted the villain to put up more of a fight. If I'm being honest, Berg.
I think that's the point of I think that is the point of the mind control because like most of these villains can't really win on strength, so they have to use their, if like for a better term, their mind to actually even get others to do their dirty work. I think that's actually the point of it all.
I can't name another villain that can mind control and also kick ass.
I mean, there is one. His name is he's a DC villain by the name of Despero. Like he's just like this little Triclops guy's alien. He like fucking hypnotizes people. And he can still like, and he can actually kick ass himself as well. Like, so I would say there is an example. And also not to mention Starro, like the big starfish guy from the Justice.
Starro. Why did I fucking forget about Starro?
And they're like, they mind control and like. By the way, I'm gonna show you. This is actually what Despero looks like, and I'm just like, bro, and you're gonna see what I mean by there. I'm about to get some pictures of him. But yeah, Starro he's also pretty much like he's a giant fucking monster. He can pretty much mind control people. So I can say.
Okay.
Yeah, so there are some examples of villains who can mind control but still kick ass, and they're still like
to me. I was expecting him to put up more of a fight. Is what I'm trying to say, but I get it. I wanted more of a fight from the dude, but considering Ben did time out the moment he was dangling him over a clock. I don't know what you can really do with that. So fair enough.
By the way, this is Despero right here.
Dude, this guy looks so badass, man. Holy fuck, man.
Yeah, he can mind controls people with his third eye. And he is super fucking jacked.
Dude, he almost looks like Kang, bro. Kang's final form.
Bro, it's like this is him in like trying to like in Batman Brave and the Bold where he's trying to hypnotize Batman and shits. And he's like, so this is like, this guy is definitely a force to be reckoned with. So yeah, there are villains out there who can mind control, but can also kick ass as well.
Okay.
It's one.
Okay. Beats me. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. For me, I would expect Subliminal to put up more of a fight, but how everything turned out, a very good self-contained episode. So Berg, let me ask you, which alien's your MVP? There was about 4 So we got Wild Mud. Oh, we got Gray Matter, Diamond Head. Oh, we got a lot. We got Upgrade. We got Heat Blast. And we got Wild Vine.
I'm gonna give it the Wild Vine here because he's the one who came up and he just came out and saved the day. Really loved how he was trying to escape, trying to get to Subliminal. The fact that there was a scene where a bunch of old people with chainsaws coming out and bro managed to actually evade them. Also, not to mention. Yeah. That being said, the second one I do closely have to give it the Upgrade because again, it just proves my point that this fucking species is goddamn scary, especially in the modern world. So I would say, but again, I have to give it to Wildvine.
Agree. I'm gonna give it to Wildvine, but the next one I'm gonna give it just because Ben had to endure. I'm gonna give it to Gray Matter for enduring being mind controlled by and being manipulated by Gwen, bro.
Really?
So my man was being mind controlled and was like, "Take me to your leader."
And Gwen was like, "Nah, I'm gonna take advantage of this one."
Oh, Gray Matter. Oh man, Ben had to endure that. That's really fucking funny. Yeah, Wildvine's definitely a fucking badass in this episode. Let's do our final rankings because I don't think we ranked the last episode, and we gotta do this now. So we're gonna rank this episode 1 out of 10 Omnitrixes. What are we gonna rank this on?
I give it a 7. It's pretty solid. Not one of the best episodes, but honestly, it is a very decent episode. Serviceable and actually a lot better than I expected. So I would definitely give it a 7.
I'm gonna give it a 6. Good episode. I like seeing all the aliens kind of playing like role reversal and kind of being, well, what would happen if Ben was evil? That was great. I'm gonna give it a 6 because I think Subliminal is okay. Just particularly not a memorable enough villain personally. But honestly, very good self-contained episode. I give it a 6.
Great. Mm-hmm.
And with that, thank you guys for joining us on another Omni rewatch. Sorry this is short than a lot of other Omni rewatches, but maybe because this episode, there's just not much to say, but it's a really good episode though. But with
it's
that,
standard.
It's a standard episode. Other than that, we would have more to say, but with that, join us for another episode. Some of these episodes are going to be bulked up, so sorry if they're coming out late or whatever. And if you're watching them, they're just coming out at weird times on the channel or Spotify, but it's because some of us are really busy. But with that, you guys have a good night and stay safe, Omni Heads. I'm Ramen. That's Professor Berg. Peace out, y'all.